All the old comedy taboos blown away.
What's black and sits at the top of the stairs? Stephen Hawking after a house fire.
You know what I hate about gang rape? It's keeping it a secret. And going last, that sucks too.
Are there any limits to what we'll say under the guise of comedy? Multicultural Britain.
What word beginning with N and ending in R would you not want to call a black person?
Dunno.
Neighbour.
Ooh, see, that's harsh.
The great influx of West Indians and Asians to change, so did the jokes about race. This left old-style comedians like Bernard Manning looking like dinosaurs.
This black fella walked in this pub with a fucking big parrot on his shoulder. And he said, "Where do you get that from?" And the parrot said, "Africa, there's fucking millions of them."
He came on, he introduced a singer, a nice white girl. He said, "Here she is, she's not a coon. She's not got big rubber lips." That is verbatim what he said. And his whole big thing was, "They can't stop us laughing."
How are you, son? You Japanese never fucking laughed, do you? Eh?
But it was that weird kind of very embattled, beleaguered idea of them out there.
What do you call an all-black abortion clinic? Go on. Crime Stoppers.
Oh.
Evil. We get into...
Evil.
Nobody laughs anymore.
Who am I to stop them?
It was a story was told to me by a friend of mine who's a teacher, and she said that, yeah, of course you mustn't say people are special, and you don't even say they're differently abled anymore. What you got to say is they're challenged, and so she's telling all her kids, you got to say no, so and so is challenged. It's challenged now, and so kids, they ain't stupid. They're very clever. They go out in the playground, they find their kid that they don't like, they go, challenged. It's almost.
Why did Princess Diana cross the road? No idea. Because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Why did Princess Diana cross the road? No idea. Because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
They're not clever, they're not funny, and they're sick, and it's twisted.
Maybe I'll tell you about myself. I grew up in a very strict household. There were once my dad caught me and my younger brother smoking in the house. My dad decided to punish us, so he took us out in the backyard, pulled out one of those great big Cuban cigars, and then he made us suck his cock. Let's just say I don't smoke anymore. No, but my brother does. I'm joking! There was no cigar. Just pop a cock.
Far from fantasy, the great explosion of paedophilia jokes in recent years all spring from what's going on in the real world, in places like the Catholic Church. Does this make these jokes okay?
The Catholic Church is in the grips of a paedophile scandal right now. The Vatican issued a statement saying there's no positions in the Catholic Church for paedophiles. They've all been taken. We cannot process the application form any further.
The absolutely hideous hypocrisy of claiming to speak for love and the sanctity of human life while behaving in that obscene way, I think it would actually be profoundly immoral not to take the piss out of them.
How'd you get a priest to rape a nun?
Don't know. How'd you get a priest to rape a nun?
Get her to dress up as an altar boy.
You see, I like that joke.
Why are Scousers like laxatives?
I don't know.
Because they imitate the shit out of you.
That's a good one, actually. That's a smart one.
The net generated an extraordinary array of offensive jokes, famously this spoof image of the very last Twin Towers tourist snap, which itself spawned an entire wave of Twin Towers fake photos. Beyond the merely sick and bizarre, gloating at America's humiliation was a recurring thread.
I think that there was an outpouring of humour, for some purposes, German.
It's great being a Jewish comic, you know. If people don't laugh, it's not because you're not funny, it's because they're Nazis.
So this, I guess, is perfectly okay.
I feel very secure that the Holocaust could never happen in England. You know, we just don't have the train system for it. At the end, there'd just be some Jews at Waterloo Station.
But this is a different matter.
No, but I mean, I must admit, mate, the war didn't fully work out according to plan. No, especially not for my family. Because my grandfather, he finally died in a concentration camp. Yeah, fell off the watchtower. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. He only broke his leg.
I think in the end...
Oh, there are 3,000 widows. Out of 3,000 widows, and it's very tragic, there got to be 6 that are happy. You look at the divorce rate. 50% of every marriage ends in divorce. You're telling me all 3,000 of those women who got $5 million fucking each are happy? I'm telling you, there are 5 women quietly jumping for joy.
What she did with nervous laughter.
He don't care, Bin Laden. He's bringing videos out every week threatening people, isn't he? Oh, I'd like to buy him a travel card, wouldn't you? Make him sit on the trains. I've been shitting myself. It's all right for Tony Blair to say carry on as normal. I haven't seen the Blairs on the Northern Line lately.
Sometimes.
What could cause rioting and deaths across the world? Yes, you guessed it. It's this man. Yet there's no sign of any Western comics wanting to exercise this right by taking on Islam head-on, except via the glorious anonymity of the internet.